Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm at Gotwals along with Shawn and Michael, and we are here to discuss week 2 of the football season. Once again, Lizzie is not here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if she's not here, we just got the show must go on, you know.
Just can't have these off days, I guess. But I know she's not happy about it. All right, we're going to start with the games this week is Chambersburg at Shippensburg, Littlestown at Greencastle Antrim, James Buchanan at Fairfield, and Waynesboro at Biglerville. So obviously the big game there with two local teams would be Chambersburg at Shippensburg.
Yep.
First thoughts on that?
My first thought when I thought of it was last year's 15-0, a defensive game, and I don't see that happening this week. Ship gave up a lot of points to Dover. Chambersburg gave up a lot of points to Greencastle, and both offenses look pretty good. I think a lot of it for Ship is up to Wade Mills and whether he's back and healthy. We haven't talked to Coach Faust yet. We don't know. But their offense really slowed down once he got hurt last week, and for Chambersburg, it probably comes a lot down to Caden Hoover.
Yeah. One thing about Ship, they lost 2 fumble returns for a touchdown.
Yeah,
so
that hurts.
The defense didn't really have anything to do with those two, so it wasn't quite that big.
Yeah,
maybe.
After halftime, Wade Mills was out. They didn't
Yes.
score any more points.
Right. And that's definitely a concern because they want to rely on a lot of their passing this year.
Yeah.
They need both guys.
What was the stat? They were 74 passing to 26% running or something like that?
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but we predicted that last week. We said if they got down early, they're going to have to throw to try to get back in it. So
Right.
Yeah.
But I think Shippensburg's defense maybe isn't quite as good as last year, and Chambersburg's offense is better. So you'd like to think Chambersburg's going to be able to score. It's just a matter of who gets the most, I guess.
Well, what caught your eye with Chambersburg? I thought Warren Lee was impressive. Darius Johnson had a couple big gains, and Caden Hoover seemed all right. He seemed like after the first quarter there, he kind of settled down, and it kind of slowed down for him maybe towards the end.
Yeah. I think there's some positives there for Chambersburg that they didn't have at this time last year. So
that's for sure.
We'll have to hope they play a little better.
Yeah.
All right, we have Littlestown at Greencastle. Greencastle's coming off a really big win, so it's one of those game situations where you don't want them to look past Littlestown.
Oh man, but the first half last week was so brutal for Greencastle. They had so many penalties, and I think they had 2 fumbles in the first half. They had a costly fumble in the second half that got returned for a touchdown. I mean, if they eliminate those mistakes, that game probably isn't as close. And I'd expect them to do kind of what they did to Littlestown last year, which was a 49-14 win, if they can eliminate those mental mistakes and play more disciplined. I
would throw some money in the hat right now that they're not going to have near as many penalties this week. I'm sure
Coach Teninis is probably throwing that in their heads right now, yes.
I would imagine that was going over a few times in practice this week.
Yes, yeah.
James Buchanan is playing at Fairfield. When we talked about this last week, of course, we did not know that Dylan Sanders was going to be out for the game.
So we still don't know really anything about James Buchanan yet.
No. Because that's not the same team, obviously, without him.
Right,
and
absolutely.
Hanover obviously is better than they were last year, too. But
yeah.
Fairfield had an interesting game last week. They were playing Newport, which now Newport is considered one of the best single-A teams in the district, too.
Yeah.
But the game ended with like 4:35 left in the second quarter because of storms, and it was already 42-0.
Yeah. Well,
so,
what was the stat there? 6 of 15 offensive placement for a touchdown?
Yeah, for Newport. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think James Buchanan can score some points this week.
Yeah.
So I think it should be a lot more competitive game both ways than it was last week. So, and then our last game was Waynesboro at Biglerville. There were some bad vibes in this game last year at Waynesboro. So I think it's going to be interesting from that. I mean, I know it's a whole new regime at Waynesboro. That's kind of water under the bridge, but still, I'm sure Biglerville, will be looking forward to this.
We're probably going to be able to say that every week. A lot of these teams are going to want Waynesboro back because just the way they were last year, they had that swagger that kind of rubs you the wrong way. But they showed up on offense again last week, and it was Charlie Patterson making big noise with 6 catches, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, not surprising because I'm sure teams are going to double team Matt Peck whenever they can. So it's certainly that's a really big factor for Waynesboro to have another quality receiver.
Number 2, absolutely.
Yeah. So, and Biglerville had an interesting game last week. I think it was 42-39 against Annville-Cleona in overtime. So, and Annville-Cleona is supposed to be decent. So I would say Biglerville and Waynesboro ought to be a pretty good matchup.
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay, that's taken care of for this week. Until next week, enjoy the games.